Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and we've got a new Hearthstone expansion announcement. The Witchwood is the next Hearthstone expansion, and it's going to be coming pretty soon, mid-April. It's going to be coming out in about a month, so I'm already extremely excited. I had to make a video on this because Hearthstone expansions are one of my biggest things I get hyped about now. Not even for the pack openings, but just for the updates to the game, the way the game's played gets changed. New gimmicks can get made. New dungeon runs, which there is a new dungeon run. We're going to talk about that. And I'm just excited. I think part of it's due to the nostalgia of growing up and opening packs of cards and stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember, I still have it, but I had like a bin of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I would always bring it over to my friend's house. It was like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. We would just like look at them and trade them. And we wouldn't even play the game. We would just do that. I don't know. And then Pokemon cards, obviously, Magic. I think I just have a soft spot for card games, and Hearthstone definitely plays into that. So let's talk about it. There's two new keywords. There's Echo and Rush. So those are the little things on the cards, kind of like Taunt and, Battle Cry, whatever. So Echo is, hold on, here's a little example. If you play a card, you have the ability to play that card again. So Echo cards can be played multiple times on the turn you play them. Each time, it'll add a ghostly copy of the card back to your hand that disappears at the end of your turn. That sounds kind of crazy. So imagine getting this card again, right? And think of some of the possibilities. What if you get Tharazon and you make this a 2-mana? Or you get a summoning portal, right? Or a summoning stone, I mean, and that can be played for a lot. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can do with the ability to play a card over and over and over again in the same turn. And I'm very happy about the gimmick potential behind that. I hope they have a card that's like add Echo to a card, because that seems like it would be kind of insane. Think of the possibilities. Unlimited penguins. Think of the unlimited penguin plays that could be made. I'm very excited. So that's Echo. Then there's Rush. Minions with the Rush keyword can attack other minions immediately after they hit the board, either by being played or summoned. They cannot attack heroes until the turn after they enter play, however. So I think this is their way of clarifying Rush versus Charge. I don't know if they're going to get rid of Charge, but I think they're probably just separating them at this point. So Charge is, hey, it can attack the hero, and Rush is, hey, it can't attack the hero. So they're more of like a board clear minion, hence by this Militia combatant card, which, hold on, what's it called? Wait, I glitched it out. It says Rush, but it's not doing the Rush. It's Echo. Hold on, here we go. Rush. Militia Commander. They gain 3 attack this turn, so they're like a board clear card. And it's like, hey, I got my attack for this turn. I'm going to take out this minion that I couldn't normally take out, but I have a Battle Cry, and bam, they're dead. Which, you trigger that twice. That's like, mamma mia, you can take out some big cards with that. Either way, those are the two new keywords for this expansion. Then, Monster Hunt. This is what I'm most excited about. 4 unique heroes in a new version of Dungeon Run. So we go over here, and it's called Monster Hunt. Deep within the woods, an evil presence stirs. A curse has fallen on the Witchwood. You must venture into the forest and root out this foul darkness once and for all, but beware. Strange howls pierce the moonlit night, and fearsome creatures prowl the gloom among the ancient trees and gnarled firs. Hold fast and let courage see you through this night. So, this is a new version of Dungeon Run. There is the Witchwood, a whole bunch of bosses from the Witchwood. It looks like we got an ogre, a worgen, looks like Oriana from League of Legends, probably an undead. We got a Murloc, which looks kind of like the guy dressed up as a Murloc more than anything. When you start a new Monster Hunt, you venture into the Witchwood as one of 4 unique heroes exclusive to this game mode. Your goal is to fight through a series of 8 or more challenging encounters, culminating in an epic showdown with a challenging boss fight. So, we can no longer play as Thrall or Murgle or Gul'dan. You have to play as one of these 4 unique heroes. There's the Tracker, who's like a rogue, Cannoneer, who's like a warrior, Houndmaster, who's like a hunter, and the Time Tinker, who's like a mage. Each of the 4 new heroes has access to a special hero power and cards that create completely new playstyles and strategies. Their powers are great, but you'll need all the help you can get to fight off the Witchwood's fiendish foes. So I like this. I like that they're going this way. I think it's less strenuous on spreading out the cards and abilities. So previous dungeon run, you had to be like, all right, this class needs stuff, this class needs, and now they can condense that and kind of make 4 quality heroes with unique hero powers that are fitting to this type of dungeon run, which I like a lot. And then cater even the gear up cards and the unique cards you get towards these types of heroes as well. So I think this is just more of a quality over quantity type thing, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm honestly fine with whatever they chose to do, as long as they brought back the dungeon run system. And I'm just very glad they did it. I'm glad they listened and observed the community and saw how powerful it was at just getting people to play the game again. There's so many people that were just like, I want to play more dungeon runs. I don't even care about constructed or arenas or, whatever it may be. They just want to play dungeon runs. They just want to slay the spire. They just want to kill some bosses. And I think Blizzard has realized, oh shit, this is a really good game mode and people are really into it right now. We got to bring it back. And so I'm curious to see how this one compares to the Kobolds one, and to see if it's better or if it's worse, or what changes they decided to make. I'm all aboard, and I hope they keep doing it, because I think it's a great mode and I think it's got a lot of potential to keep getting better. Monster Hunt, 4 unique hero. Oh, I already did that. Pre-order. You get 70 card packs for the price of 50. Obviously, I'm going to do that. 135 new cards. Free stuff for logging in. Oh yeah, there's a new Shaman hero card, Hagatha. And Hagatha is the only hero card this expansion. And in the video where they released it, they're like, oh, it's OP, it's OP. But I guess they really wanted to emphasize Hagatha as the main hero or villain of this expansion. So that's why it's the only card. So, hey, good for you, Shamans. You get a new hero card. And then every class will be getting 2 legendaries this expansion. Wow. So let's take a look at some of the new cards. Azalina Soul Thief. This card is kind of crazy, because I was thinking about what I could do with this gimmick-wise. Most of these I'm just like, how can I use this in a gimmick deck, which is all I do. Replace your hand with a copy of your opponent. So it fits perfectly into my my one priest deck, the randomly robbed deck, where it's just you keep stealing your opponent's stuff. That's probably where I'll put this. But as I was looking through my other decks, I was like, dude, so you just get a copy of your opponent's hand. That means you're essentially drawing cards, right? So if your opponent has like a full hand of cards, and you play something like a low cost buff paladin like hand, or I don't know what the actual term is, but I just called it the buff paladin deck, where I have a bunch of low minion cards and I play them all. I flood the board. I'm out of cards. I just play Azalina, and now I got my opponent's hand, which is probably a stronger hand than whatever I got left of my 1 mana, minion cards, and that's really strong. That's like perfect for that type of deck too. So I'm very excited to play around with that card. Baku the Moon Eater, 978. Start of game. If your deck has only odd cost cards, upgrade your hero power. So that's kind of crazy. I've been reading that it's the same as Justicar Trueheart, so it's like a Justicar Trueheart you start the game with. You just have to only have odd cost cards, which, again, fits probably perfectly into my low 1 mana buff paladin deck. And then if you don't got anything, you just summon out some silver hand recruits or something. But I will definitely play around with this card, just because there's got to be some crazy stuff you can do with hero powers and everything. You get a free Warlock hero power where you don't lose health if you just use odd cards. Like, it'll be fun to play around with. Jen Greymane, start of the game. If your deck has only even cost cards, your starting hero power costs 1. So it's kind of like Baku the Moon Eater, but it gives you a cheaper hero power of your normal hero power. So again, that's kind of cool. Then there's Phantom Militia, which we saw in that video. It's a 2/4 taunt with Echo, so you just keep playing it over and over and over and over. Militia Commander, which is gain 3 attack this turn, and they got Rush, so it's just kind of showing off the Rush card. And then the Pumpkin Peasant, which is a 3/2/4 lifesteal. Each turn this is in your hand, swap its attack and health. So another pretty cool type of card where it's going to change every turn that it's in your hand. So it's like, oh, do I need a 2/4 on the board? Maybe to help me clear the board from the low-cost minions, or do I need a 4/2 to clear off a big minion on the board and then get some health back? Or maybe I give it Taunt and it's a 2/4. Maybe I give it Charge or Rush. It's a 4/2 and you can take something out. Either way, it's cool because it gives some flexibility to the card that it wouldn't normally have. So I'm excited to see if they had more of those types of cards for this expansion. But aside from that, there's some new card backs, and the new game board looks pretty cool. It's like you're in a little forest. There's like the Hansel and Gretel house and a tree and a cauldron and a little wagon where they'd sell, I don't know, chili and hot dogs. I don't know why they'd be selling chili and hot dogs in a random haunted forest, but who knows, man. Either way, that's the new Hearthstone expansion that's been announced. I'm extremely excited. Just because anytime I get to play more Hearthstone, game gets a little refreshed, gets some new changes, new gimmicks, got potential to rise up from the ashes, and the new dungeon run, which I'm going to be playing a whole bunch of because I love dungeon runs. And it's going to be here in a little over a month. So I'm excited. Leave your comments below on what you think and how you're feeling about the dungeon runs, the new cards, the new keywords, just whatever it may be. And I will see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.